Hey everyone, welcome to another video by Optionables. My name is Saket, and in today's video we are going to look at what happened to the markets, what we can expect from the market for this expiry and tomorrow, and finally what happened to our trade. So if you actually look at the markets today, they initially opened around 200 points gap down, and this was pretty much unexpected because US more or less traded where they were and even US market was flat. But the thing is, Asian markets today opened around 1.5 to 2% gap down. The same was followed by Indian markets also. Nifty opened around 200 points gap down, somewhere around 16,200. But very quickly we saw that Nifty was taking support at 16,200 and there was some very strong buying which came in. So just within few hours, market from 16,200 went all the way up till 16,400, a 200 point increase just in matter of few hours. And from there on, again we saw Nifty coming closer towards 16,200 again. From there was further buying which came in and Nifty went around 16,350. Overall, it was a very volatile day if you actually look at it. Market was moving around 120 to 150 points as though it was nothing. So at least we saw market move between 120 to 150 close to around 4 times today, and this is very huge. So especially when you're doing intraday straddles or strangles, it is very hard to manage such positions. So before we actually go on to the trade, we'll again look at who are the top gainers and who are the top losers. If you actually look at the top gainers today, it was mainly from the IT sector. IT sector fairly did well because even rupee is getting devalued. Even though IT sectors are sort of in the overvalued zone, the rupee right now hit around 77. So this is the lowest rupee has ever hit, and the moment rupee actually starts to get valued lower, that is a very big positive for IT stocks. The reason is because these companies, especially what we have in India, whether be it Infosys, TCS or Wipro, so all of them are IT exporters. They will be exporting IT products or services and they will be receiving payments in dollars. So now the billing is done in dollars, and when they actually receive the payment in dollars and they convert it, they are going to get a much higher value because rupee is now at 77 compared to 75 or 74 what it was maybe 1 or 2 months earlier. So that's the reason it's a big positive for IT stocks, and even banking also did hold on. So even though there was no big sell-off, banking did hold on to where it was. But we had one laggard, and that was Reliance. Reliance almost fell around 4%, and the thing what we have to note is Reliance has the highest weightage in the market. So when Reliance starts falling, everything gets pulled down. The index as a whole starts to get pulled down because it has so much of weightage. On the other hand, if you actually look at it, Nifty actually didn't end up pretty much lower. So it was just around 0.6% lower. Because on one hand we had Reliance which was pulling it down, on the other hand we had Infosys and TCS or the entire IT sector which was pulling it up. So overall it just ended around 0.6% lower. So if we actually look at what exactly happened today, again it won't come as a surprise if FIIs are net sellers today and DIIs would have purchased something, because we did see a big zigzag move today, and that's the reason it clearly shows that there will be buying in certain places and there will be huge selling in certain places, and that would have definitely created the zigzag move what we got to witness today. And if we actually look at India VIX, even that was around up by 3.5-4%, indicating some uptick in the uncertainty. So as the VIX goes up, that means the things around are much more uncertain. So with this, we will quickly now see what actually we can expect from the market for this upcoming expiry. So in the yesterday's video, we had suggested a range between 16,000 to 16,800 for Nifty, between 33,000 to 36,000 for Bank Nifty. Based on today's price action also, we still hold by the same range. We are expecting Nifty to hold 16,000 for this expiry and Bank Nifty to hold 33,000 for this expiry. On the higher end, we have changed our range. So we are no longer expecting Nifty to go to 16,800, whereas we have reduced our range towards 16,700. So right now we are expecting Nifty to consolidate between 16,000 to 16,700 and Bank Nifty to consolidate between 33,000 and 35,500. So the earlier expectation was 36,000, but right now we are expecting a consolidation around 35,500. 500. So this is the broader expectation from the market. It has slightly changed on the higher side because we did see as soon as the market tried moving higher, there was immediate sell-off, but market also took some support at lower levels. But one thing is pretty evident that whenever we are seeing rise in the market, people are immediately selling call options, and also they are selling equities, which is bringing down the market. And that's the reason we have shifted our higher range from 16,800 towards 16,700 and also from 36,000 to 35,500. One more thing what you should note here is yesterday we had suggested a trade idea. So we had suggested a FAR OTM short strangle. Bank Nifty was offering around 100 points. Nifty was also offering close to around 80 to 90 points. And coming to today's trade, we did not take any intraday trade because we expected the market to be very volatile. So we completely skipped the intraday trade. But what we rather did was we continued to hold this position, which gave us a very good profit. So first of all, we were short on Nifty futures and we continued to hold this existing position of FAR OTM short strangles, and overall we ended up gaining close to around 2.6 lakh. So this is the total gain what we made for the day. One thing what you should note here is that we have changed our call leg all the way from 16,800 towards 16,700, and on the other side we have also shifted our call leg from 36,000 to 35,500. Our put leg for Nifty and Bank Nifty still remains in the same level, that is 16,000 for Nifty and 33,000 for Bank Nifty, and we have only shifted our call leg. So overall today we ended with around 2.64 lakh, mainly because of options, and futures also ended up giving us close to 1 lakh. So around 1.8 lakh was because of options, and futures gave us somewhere close to 80,000 of total gain. So this is how the trade went, and yesterday also we had a quite good day where we ended with around 1.3 to 1.4 lakh. So overall, even though equities are getting badly hit in this market crash, option trading is doing fairly well, where we have started the month of May on a pretty good note. So let's see how it continues. Again tomorrow I would be little skeptical about taking the intraday trade from the morning. The reason being the markets are very volatile and we are seeing V-shaped every single day. It's not just that one day or the second day we get to see. So hardly we are seeing markets trending. Even though the markets are completely range bound, it is moving in all directions and triggering stop losses everywhere, and that's the reason we would avoid doing intraday up until the market sees some kind of stability. Maybe if the magnitude of FII selling and DII buying reduces, then we might also see markets calm down. Because the magnitude is so high, 5,000 crores buying, 4,000 crores selling, and so on, that's the reason the market is moving around 120, 150 points up and down. If the buying or selling comes to around 1,000, 2,000 crores, then the volatility won't be that much. So even if they end up buying or selling, the markets will end up moving maybe around 50 points or 60 points, and that's the reason we might wait up until the institution activity comes down and even the VIX also comes down, so the market gains more stability. So that is the outlook for the market, what happened to our trade and what happened to the markets today, and I hope that this video was informative and you got to learn something out of it. If so, then do not forget to hit the like button, share this video and subscribe to Optionables, and do let us know in the comment section how your trade went and what is your outlook for the market tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining.